So the video that I did before this was the deletion of Charlie Kirk. And I just want to play that out because I've been keeping an eye on the 2 pages, and it's getting abundantly clear that there is something going on. So, first of all, what you have to do is understand what happens when you set up a channel. So a channel will be set up either in, like, obviously you've got Turning Point USA, which if we bring these 2 up, look. So let's go on to here. I'll go into comments shortly and answer some of them questions. So you've got Turning Point USA, which is here, and then you've obviously got Charlie Kirk's channel, which is here. So you think to yourself, right, so Charlie Kirk's channel could be set up like my channel, and then you've got Turning Point USA that could be set up as a business entity. So you think Charlie Kirk's channel, if it was set up like mine, so he would set it up on his account, on his name, and he would have access to it through his email and whatever, and he could set somebody else up to have access to this channel. Either he could give them all of his login credentials so they can log in as if they are him, and then, or he could set up a manager. So you can have someone who has the details, but they're set up as a manager, so they can do certain things on the channel, but they can't do other things on the channel. But if you look at the behaviour of the 2 channels over the last few hours, so what do we know? We know that Charlie Kirk's channel itself, they have deleted all of the videos that go back beyond a year. So if you look at oldest videos, the oldest you can go back to is a year. And that is pretty much it. A year of videos. And they're the oldest videos you can go. Now, if you go over to Turning Point USA and look at videos and look at oldest, they're going back 13 years. 13 years. And they got 4.62 million subscribers, and Charlie's got 5.6. So you think you got to play this out, right? Because it's abundantly clear now, just looking at the last, like if you look at the behaviour of the 2 channels, look. So if you look at the videos on Charlie Kirk's channel, so 1 day ago, they streamed, Charlie Kirk receives Medal of Honor. That was live streamed 1 day ago. And if you look at Turning Point USA and look at the live, at the same time, the exact same thing was streamed on both channels. Both channels. Now, if you go to videos, so Turning Point USA, 1 hour ago, Why America Needs Strong Men and Virtuous Women, Charlie Kirk. You go to Charlie Kirk's channel, go videos, latest, 2 hours ago, VP Lance responds to Young Republicans' leaked messages. There was actually, because I was keeping an eye on when they was uploaded, there was about 20 minutes between the 2 videos going live on here. And obviously, 21 hours ago, Charlie Kirk's full Medal of Freedom ceremony. And if we go back to here, 21 hours ago, Erica Kirk's full speech at the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So, what does that tell you? That tells you that whoever's got access to Turning Point USA and who is managing this account is obviously uploading and is in charge of both of these channels. They are simultaneously uploading at the same time to both channels. And why does that matter? Well, it matters because you've got to think about it, right? On the Charlie Kirk channel, who was uploading? Why did they split it between Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA? Was it always that there was just 2 channels because they just thought what we'll do is we'll set up 2 channels and that will double the revenue, yada yada yada. So again, about money. So even though it was under Charlie Kirk's name, it never was really ran by Charlie Kirk. It was just something that was controlled by the business and under Charlie Kirk's name. So they picked what went up, what he had no kind of control over it whatsoever. But my question is, and like I said earlier in the other video, was, can you play out? Because obviously when I uploaded that video, people were saying, well, to be fair, some people were saying, oh, you're accusing people of doing things, and, you know, the normal people, do you know what I mean, who have a problem when you question fucking anything. But I thought to myself, all right, just play this situation out. Play it out. Why would you, on the Charlie Kirk channel, not on the main one, but on the Charlie Kirk channel, why would you delete all of the videos and just leave a year's worth on there? And to be fair, there's not even a year. It says 1.8k videos. But to be fair, what's left on there, I don't think it's even that many. It would tell me that a lot of them potentially have been deleted, but there is also some that have been privatised. I think if you privatise them, then they still show in the video count, but you can't see them. But I think have the conversation. What is the conversation that you have? Who has that conversation? You know, I'd like somebody to explain to me how that actually plays out. Do you know what I mean? When they're talking about how they're going to be running the channels, what they're going to be doing, they obviously have a discussion. But what is the conduit to deleting videos off of this channel, the one that's under Charlie Kirk's name? Now, I think to myself, it could be that they want to force people over to Turning Point USA, so they have a monopoly over the content, so it's easier to control, because all they would really have to do is, if anybody tries to use the content and they step beyond the realms of what you're allowed to do, which is you can play the content, you can offer commentary over the top, they could just copyright strike everyone. I don't know what's actually going on there. Like Esperanza, producer or handler would hire a social media manager, then control the narrative. But it's weird that Turning Point USA have 6.8k videos. They have everything. They're obviously going back 13 years. They haven't seemingly touched this. But on Charlie Kirk's own channel, they have literally pretty much deleted everything. I would imagine that even what they've left on there because how would it have looked if they'd have deleted the entire channel all at once? Do you know what I mean? That would have it looks bizarre anyway. It looks odd. And like people are saying, you've got to think how that plays out. And that is, do you physically erase a load of stuff all at once, but leave enough so many people don't notice it? Because there's still a lot of content on there. And you can then start to chop away at certain specific things. And like someone said in the comments, do you know what I mean? You start then controlling what is actually out there, and you can gradually start to move the needle somewhat away from what Charlie did stand for, what he was talking about, and his views on certain things. And yeah, they can just start moving it away. Do you know what I mean? And look at something else. And if they do want to start supporting things that potentially Charlie didn't support or he had specific views on, they can erase that. They can erase it and start building something up. To erase bit by bit, like Sarah says here, that's almost like what I get from it. Are they trying to erase him bit by bit? But when I was talking about it before, again, I asked people to let me know down in the comments. Do you know what I mean? How does that conversation truly go about? How does it come up in the first place? Oh, I know what we'll do. Let's delete a load of videos off Charlie's channel. What, you just say, let's just delete a load of stuff off his channel? I genuinely don't understand it. If somebody can genuinely can say what the benefit is, unless it is a money grab, you got two options, haven't you? This is literally either a money grab to make sure that they hold the monopoly on his content over on the main channel, and they can phase this out, or you look at it like, let's try and move stuff away so you can start changing people's perception of what Charlie thought about certain things. But the fact that they're literally still uploading to this very day, and they're uploading on both channels pretty much simultaneously, is quite telling. It is quite telling. Do you know what I mean? It just tells you that whoever's doing it, it is someone within Turning Point USA. It's not private. It's not, this is the organisation. This is an organisational effort to either take money or change the story. And that's it.